Views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
Something smells good. I wonder what Lynn's cooking today.
Hey, Lynn, what's cooking?
Now here's your host, Lynn Austin.
Hi everyone, welcome to Hey Lynn, What's Cooking? And in my kitchen today, which they're always in my kitchen, Lord knows getting what to eat, but they're always in here grabbing a snack or doing something, are my daughter Katie. Hi. And my son Joe.
How you doing?
And they are the apples of my eye. So that's a little fun there. For September, we are in September, and in September I always think of delicious apples. They're in harvest, and Johnny Appleseed. Ooh. Yes, the fair is quite lovely, and the food there. You should know you live in Fort Wayne.
Johnny Tin Cap.
Johnny Tin Cap. Apples. So we have apples everywhere, and of course we have to get started with a cocktail.
Of course.
But we will make this one a mocktail for you guys, which we're simply...
Mocktail?
I know, a mocktail, which means...
What's that?
It means a fancier
spell
word
it?
for no alcohol. We're not doing
put it in a
spelling
sentence?
tests right now. Can you put it in a sentence? You're going to college, right?
What?
So first, to make it special, since we have no alcohol in there for you guys,
What?
we are going to rim the glasses, and I'm going to show you. I just have some cinnamon and sugar, so you can always make things special. And what I did to these glasses is when I peeled the apple, which I'll get to that in a second, I saved the peel because it had some apple on it, and I used the juice to rim the glass. So you'll have the flavor of the apple on there.
Or you could lick it.
Or true,
You can spit on it.
well, I don't think you want me to lick the glass before I serve it to you, but that's something that you guys would do. Can you pass me those two glasses right there?
This big one?
No, the glass. So we're just going to dip these into the cinnamon and sugar because I like to make things special for people.
Yeah, people like to feel special.
Right. People should feel special.
They should. Hey.
Okay. Well,
I feel
good.
special if you let me do this.
Okay. Well, then you are special. Consider yourself special, Joe. Okay.
All right.
Okay, well, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. You got, actually, that is perfect.
Yeah, that is.
That is
actually,
perfect.
That's kind of perfect.
Okay, to your glasses, I have some spiced apple cider in the glass. You know what? I'm going to pour in
I'll
some.
just take water.
No, you're going to have a little bit. You can have water later.
I didn't want ice.
Well, you can pick it out later.
Thank you. Just one.
Oh, no. Okay, we're
You
just
know
going to
who really
give
likes ice cubes?
our dog Disney. Okay, here is your spiced.
Oh, lemonade.
Ooh, shows you. Don't drink yet because we have to do a toast, and Mom has to mix her cocktail. So
We're going to need the toaster.
hold on. No, we don't need the toaster for the toast. Okay, and of course we have to give you a version of a
Oh, here comes Mom.
a cocktail Mom style. So that would involve a shaker, a martini shaker on this cocktail. We're going to put some ice in here. That's a lovely sound.
That's lovely.
Now, before, about an hour or so ago, I sliced up some apples and then I added some spiced rum into them.
Ooh.
So those are soaking right now into that goodness. So that's going to add some
That's
extra
rum in there,
flavor in
actually.
your glass.
That's nice.
So to the shaker, we're going to add some more spiced rum
And not get enough alcohol.
and some cinnamon liqueur,
Ooh,
schnapps,
I'll take it.
any brand of your choice. And then we're going to add in that spiced cider. So when you guys become drinking age, you can remember this cocktail for September.
Okay.
And I'm going to take that. Then to the bottom of my glass, I'm going to add
I'll shake it for you.
okay, just got to make sure. That makes me nervous. Well, that's one way of shaking that, to make sure I don't get hit in the nose. Good, you got to chip the ice. Use your muscles. Get it frothy.
What muscle?
Okay, so we added some of those apple slices
Apple.
that were soaked in the rum. My son's gonna hit me in the nose in a second. Oh, okay, I think you're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're good. Careful now. That's
Hey.
why I said careful. You gotta watch. Mixing a cocktail, there's
an
some
art.
technique. Yes, it's an art. You gotta be careful there. Ooh,
pretty.
look at that. Oh, that looks so pretty. Look at the apples in there.
Ooh.
The glass. That looks gorgeous. You know, September, it's good that it's ice because September, we all know that we get like cool days and then we can get like, oh my gosh, it's 80 degrees and it's still September. So that happened on your mom and dad's wedding, our anniversary or wedding day, that it was warm and it showered, and that's another story. But okay, so here's to having fun in the kitchen
Yes.
with family,
To the start of Fubao.
and this, of course, the
And
start
fall.
of football. Cheers.
Fubao.
Cheers.
Where do I drink it? There's spice all over it.
Mmm, that's yummy.
Ooh, that is really good.
Mm.
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 I like the cinnamon on it.
Yeah,
Mm.
this one.
Yes. It screams the month, screams fall, but it's a nice beverage.
I've had
It's
it.
screaming.
Okay, put your cocktail down there. Your
It's a
mocktail.
mocktail.
Mocktail. Okay. And we are going to move on to a crustless cheesecake, an apple cheesecake
What?
with no crust, because we're going to serve it with some sea salt caramel ice cream.
What?
Yes, I am so glad you're so excited. Oh, that's awesome. How come you can't get that excited when I say do the dishes, Joe?
What?
That's what you say. Exactly. That's exactly what you say. So in the mixer, we have 8-ounce cream cheese and then a half, so about 4 ounces of cream cheese that have been softened. And I started mixing it, but to that, we're going to slowly add. Hello, are you paying attention so you can make this? Slowly add about a cup and a half of sugar. So we're going to add this a little bit at a time so it creams nicely. It'll become nice and fluffy. Just going to let that get in there. This will just take a second. Okay, and that's just going to go right into the softened cream cheese. We're just going to, it smells good too. I love the smell of cream cheese. Absolutely love the smell of cream cheese. See how nice and creamy that became?
Throw in the apple now?
What? No, not yet. We are going to slow this down, and we're going to add an egg at a time. Who wants to crack the eggs?
You're just gonna
You
throw
wanna
in that
crack-
whole egg there?
No, what she's going to do is she's going to crack it into
Let's see
this
who
bowl.
cracks an egg better.
You want a bowl too, Joe, to
Go
crack?
first, Kate.
Here, Joe. Here's an
Crack
egg.
it. I'm gonna crack.
All right,
You know what? A little tip you can do?
show the, no,
Gently.
No, don't help her. Don't help her.
Okay.
Show the people how you do it first, and then I'll go after. Oh.
Okay, that's one egg.
Katie with a little bit
put
of
it
a
in there,
hard try there.
And these are room temperature eggs, and there's going to be 4 of them that's going to go into the sugar and the cream cheese.
How you do it? Right there.
So we're making our cheesecake filling. You want to do another one for Mom?
Yeah, see if you can do that.
One at a time you add these.
Yeah, slow your roll, man.
Oh, that
Ooh,
was
that
better.
was good.
That was a good one.
Okay.
I'll add it.
You're gonna add it? All right. Perfect. Awesomeness. Joe, you have yours done? Put that in there.
I'm gonna wash my hands now.
You don't want to get salmonella.
Yeah, you don't want to get sick from the egg. Salmonella. It's just a little family joke. We're gonna mix that with the eggs. Put it on high for a second. Okay, and to that we're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla. And then about a teaspoon and a half of lemon juice. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. So that is mixed up. We're going to let that sit a second so we can get our apples into our dish. So what we need to do is slice. I have some apples that are done already. Here we go. You know what? I should have had you guys take all this. We're gonna toss that in a brown sugar and cinnamon mixture. Yummy!
What?
So Katie, if you wouldn't mind mixing that brown sugar and cinnamon together, mix it with that spoon in that bowl. And Joe, what can you do, Joe? Let me see. Watch? You wanna watch? Okay. We'll mix that up. And you can put this in any dish that you want, pie plate, whatever you have. I just went with these cute little green dishes because I thought that they were,
September-y.
yeah, festive for the month. Okay, let's toss some sliced apples that I have going already. I had some lemon juice in there, which is fine. But Joe, wouldn't you mind grabbing me one apple? We'll do one apple. Slice it here. Thank you. My little apple of my eye right there. Katie laughs. We're just gonna core this. Isn't that fun? Watch that. There you go. That's my little garbage bowl. Okay, we're gonna peel it. Now you can peel it. Joe, do you want to peel the apple?
No, I want to see you do it.
Well, you can do it this way. But that way kind of bores me. So I go to the way that my dad taught me. And I just take the knife and I go around. Because he said that he was in charge of peeling lots of potatoes in the Army. And he would just use the knife and go around like this. And that's how I do mine. I like to do it that way, but you could use it, the peeler, whichever way floats your boat.
You did it.
Wow. I do it that way.
Wow.
And see, oh, see, like the skin, where I rimmed the glass, I just took the glass and I just used the juice and went around. So you get the flavor from the apple.
Ooh.
We're just gonna slice
You did
this.
good on that.
Thank you.
And these are gonna be tossed in the cinnamon and brown sugar mixture. And then they're going to go into the bottom of a buttered baking dish. Toss those into there. So we have about 2 apples. And these apples are sliced thin. You know, there's a lot of times that I don't have anybody in the kitchen with me, but when you have people in the kitchen with you, I think it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, toss those, sweetie. There. We're going to move this to the side. Right there.
It's kind of flat.
Okay, so we have our buttered dish. So can you want to put the, Joe, do you want to put the apples in here?
Yeah, I'll try.
So you're doing
try.
something there.
Give it a
And I will
go.
get the
Okay.
cheesecake. mixture ready to go on top of there.
Yeah, fix it a little bit since Katie didn't do that good.
I did.
Well, that's not nice. You do everybody. Good job there. Okay. Ooh, those look good. Yummers. You got them in there? So no crust, just apples and butter and a cheesecake filling that's going to go on top, and we're going to bake this in a 375 degree oven for about 40 to 45 minutes until your knife comes out nice and clean. So we have one that's already done. We're going to top it with some cinnamon and brown sugar. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Katie, you want to take that? Okay. Okay. We're just going to pour that right over. Look at that. That is delicious. And you can have a bigger pan because then the extra you can make another pan and put some more
man.
apples. But to that, if you wouldn't mind setting that right over there, baby. Thank you.
Would you mind, Katie?
We're going to add a sprinkle of
not.
brown sugar. This is going to give it like a caramelized look on top, and some cinnamon. And that's going to go under a 375 oven. Put a little bit
How
more.
long?
Well, if you were listening a second ago, we're
Let me
about,
guess. 25 minutes?
no, not 25 minutes.
10 minutes.
You think 10 minutes.
I think 36.
This is like asking the kids how long a turkey cooks at Thanksgiving.
Turkey cooks for 3 hours.
It depends, right? Depends on what size. We're just going to put this in a bottom oven, 375 oven for about 40 to 45 minutes,
Wow.
or until that
Oh,
knife comes out
wow.
clean.
Now what you have
Okay.
to do is go to your kitchen timer.
Thanks, Joe. The show's only 30 minutes, but I think you're on it. Okay, next we're going to move on to, I'm going to show you guys. And then we get to sample. That's the fun part, too. We get to sample. Okay. These are,
Oh, yeah.
Joe sees meat and stuffing, so he's excited. These are chicken thighs that we have pounded
Don't
Thin.
Say it. Don't say it.
and stuffed. No bacon. No, there's
See, bacon is right there.
There's no bacon.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Are you sure that's not bacon?
I'm sure
knows what's
that
in
is
it.
the string that we tied those. I have to
No,
take those
that.
off. What?
Okay, Jill, there's no
That
bacon.
is, there's no bacon on
You
here.
can add bacon if you want.
Okay, I'm going to show you how we're going to make these.
Okay.
How about that? So we can get those started. But that is the finished product right there, and they smell and look
Let me smell.
delicious.
Oh, they do smell delicious.
There we go. I think I need my cocktail. I know it's mine because I have the apples in there.
What does it taste like? Cheese?
Yes, cheese. Cheesy apples. Okay. Come on over here, guys, and
Hey,
grab.
that's Mom's drink.
Oh, is that happening over here?
That was mine.
Okay. Can you guys get me all those ingredients and even the plastic gloves over there? Everything
Joe.
over there. And you wonder why I make myself a cocktail.
Mom, that's Katie's drink.
Oh, I put that down. I don't want that
Okay.
one. Okay. We don't want to mix those up, do we? Okay. Now this is fun. I'm going to give you this job, Joe, and you can't go too crazy on me with it. Okay, get some plastic gloves.
What if I did go crazy?
Me of those things right there. Put on these plastic gloves so we can have some fun. Plastic
string?
gloves. Well, I'm going to tell you. Okay, we have a buttered dish as well here.
What kind of butter?
Butter, baby.
No butter?
Okay, Joe, Katie put on some gloves too because we're handling chicken.
Oh,
We have
salmonella.
stuffing cubes, seasoned stuffing cubes, boneless, skinless chicken thighs,
Boneless, skinless.
okay, chicken broth, a little bit of salt, ground pork, and some chopped apple, and some applesauce. And this is all going to come together. You guys can totally make this, totally yourselves make this.
I doubt that will happen.
Yes,
remember.
yes, you can. This is a very, I made this extremely easy recipe.
What did you say this was?
Ground pork that we've already cooked down, so it's all cooked.
And what did you say these were?
I think you need to go back to kindergarten because I think you should know what that is. Okay, to our stuffing, we are going to add a chopped apple. Okay, this is stuffing. It has seasoning already in it. Thank you, Joey. There we go.
That's croutons.
Okay. Add that. Okay. Ground pork.
Add that, Katie.
We're going to mix this and we're going to set this aside, okay?
Mix it in.
It smells
Yeah, you
good.
can use your hands with
Smells
that.
like Thanksgiving.
You know what? It does. It's like a little
Teaser.
teaser to the holiday
Not there
because
yet.
not there yet. Right? Okay, so we have the ground pork, the stuffing cubes that are seasoned, and to that, to add some moisture to that, we are going to add some chicken broth.
Ooh.
Now, what kind of chicken broth is that?
And it's any type of chicken broth. You know your mom. Go ahead, Joe.
No, you
Get in
got
there.
it. I just do it. This
Get
is
in
more
there. Okay, why don't you put your bowl over here? Go over
Yeah, I
here.
don't want to get on my jersey.
So I want to talk to you. You don't want to do that.
Then you'd have to get stained.
So what I do is I pre-cut my strings, which we have. I always have
Could you get it
cooking
like
string
this?
in my cooking drawer, so that's there. I have them pre-cut, so you don't have to mess with it. Get it all set up before you start messing with the chicken. And then I take a pan that's covered in foil, and to that I have a sheet of plastic wrap and the boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You don't have to bone them, you don't have to take the skin off. Some skin's on there, but they kind of leave a little bit on there for some fat flavor. So what we're going to do, leave that there, bub.
Yep.
Now put that in here.
It is bacon, isn't it?
It's not bacon, it's chicken. And you're going to put that right there over, fold it over. And you're going to take this wooden mallet, move that
Beat
to
it
the side.
senseless.
And you're going to beat it
Senseless.
like that. Okay, you want to hit it a couple times?
Sure.
And then Joe, and then we're going to flip it because you're making it thinner. Go ahead, Joe. Don't put a hole in the counter, Joe. Okay, let's. Okay, stop your tune. Gonna flip it. Okay, go ahead, Katie. And then we're gonna put that in there real quick.
You stink.
Okay. As it goes flying in there. Okay, perfect. Next. Hold it. Hold it. Okay, we're going to stick this right in here because we're going to fill those in a second. Ooh. Let's do another one.
Chicken. Hey, I gotta go.
You don't. You go like this.
Okay, don't fight. Take turns.
You don't even do it.
Even at young adult age, we still have to do that. Just like getting in the elevator and pressing the button. Okay, perfect. Flip it, Katie.
Flip it.
Flip it. Okay, hold up. One more. Isn't that fun?
That is fun. It's a good
I like
stress
things that,
relief.
yes, it is. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Okay, go ahead. Okay, stop. We're going to flip and then we're going to stuff. Okay, 3 more times.
I
Okay, enough of
Okay.
that. We're done with that. Now we're going to stuff them and tie them. And the stuffing's already done. That's why we got that done. And I have extra, but you can do, because obviously it's, you know, we don't have that much time to do a full pan. We're just doing a few, so.
Not enough time. Why did I have to put gloves on?
Because you were touching, now you're going to touch
I
the
never
chicken. Can you
touched
put the
it.
bowl over here and then add a little bit?
I'm gonna use just my fingers.
Come on over. No, you're going to scoop some stuffing in here for me, and then I'm going to tie one
Spatula?
and show you guys how we're going to tie it a little bit more. Awesome. And we're going to roll this. Can you pass me a piece, take your gloves off and pass me a piece of string?
I can do it without one.
Okay, so we have it and it's rolled and stuffed. And some stuffing comes out. You can just restuff it or just leave it in the pan because you're going to add on top of that, what's going to give you the juice is applesauce. Any type of applesauce that you like. And I'm going to take these off real quick because I'm not going
Why
to
do
be
you
able
have
to
to
tie
tie
them.
it?
That just keeps the meat together and keeps the stuffing in place. Like so. I know that made a funny noise. I did not pass gas. I know that's what you're thinking. Okay, so we have that tied. We're going to move that to the side, and then when we're all done, we're going to take that applesauce and place it over the rolled chicken thighs that are stuffed, and then we're going to add a piece of foil on top, and then poke some holes on top of it and put it in a 375 oven and cook that for about 40 minutes. And you kind of peep and see if the meat is tender and done and not pink. And this is what they look like.
Ooh,
get to sample?
yeah, we did
Well,
the
you can
sample.
you can sample that in 1 second, but I didn't know if you wanted to try the cheesecake or you wanted to try that. Which one do you
I'll
want to
take
try?
some chicken.
Let's move our stuffing over here. Okay. Let me just wash my hands real quick and drop the soap.
Alright.
Drop.
Okay.
Can we take these gloves off?
You can take your gloves off.
Ah, my hands can breathe.
Move this to the side and
Okay.
let's try.
Let's try.
Bring some plates over here.
You need the ice cream, right?
Yes. Can you give me the ice cream?
I can try.
You can try. Let's dig into this crustless apple cheesecake.
Stop trying to get in my way.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll just put a little bit on there with,
That's Katie's. And that's Joe's.
well, we're just sampling. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious.
How'd you do that?
Yummy.
The timer didn't even go off yet.
I know, isn't that amazing? And our salted caramel ice cream. So you don't feel bad about having this on the side because you have no crust.
And because there's apples in there, so it's healthy, right?
Oh, yes it is. Try that and see what you guys think.
Oh, thank you very much, Mom.
You're welcome
you
very
very
much.
Ooh.
That's really good.
Is that yummy?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
very good.
That's
See,
crazy.
when they're eating and their tummies are full, just like little babies, they're happy, very happy. So guys, get your drinks in hand.
What about the chicken?
We'll test that in a minute, but we have to do a toast because our time is up. But not up in the kitchen because we're going to continue to have some fun in the kitchen. They're going to
Maybe.
do the dishes. That's what they're going to do. Here's to my kids, the apples of my eye.
Here's
And
to
thank
our
you
mom
for
being a great person to teaching us how to do life.
how to do, that's a good toast. How to do life. Have fun in the kitchen with family and friends and enjoy each other and enjoy cooking together and having lots of fun and lots of laughs and enjoy life. I like that.
Go Bears.
Bye everyone. That's what's cooking on Hey Lynn, What's Cooking. Take care. Bye-bye.